You don't know? May 12th of last year when Josie went before you, when you were at the House Committee and presented false testimony that she had written with Jim McCracken. I mean with Alex McCracken that Jim Hokenberg presented.
You didn't ask your question.
Don't touch me. You just touched me again. That's assault. Do not touch me again. Do not touch me again.
I'm not trying to touch you.
You touched me again.
You're interfering with my ability to clean everything.
I am asking questions of these candidates.
No, you did not
I'm the
ask
only
me.
one that you're stopping.
No.
I was having a discussion with this man about the bill that they passed last year.
The questions the way we asked in this format.
Are you serious, lady?
Serious.
You're worse than a Democrat because they've silenced critics that have dissenting opinions as well, just like they did.
I don't care.
You need to stop impeding my access to these people. So, Michael. Eric here. Welcome to my channel. A channel where I like to discuss and expose lazy, poorly trained, corrupt government officials and public servants and idiotic and tyrannical law enforcement officers. Today's June 12th. I'm in Milton, Vermont at the Milton Grange Hall. There's an event tonight for the conservative members that are conservatives that are running for House. It's a meet and greet and a chance to ask questions. In there behind me should be Michael Morgan of this Vermont House and Josie Henry. Josie Henry was recently announced as his running mate. Many of you don't know this about Josie Henry, but I cover her in a lot of my previous videos, and that's the reason why I'm here. Josie Henry is not a proponent of free speech. Josie Henry has tried to silence me in numerous different ways. First, she tried lobbying the town select board members to create policies to silence me on Facebook, and then she silenced me on Facebook. Oh wait, before that, let me back that up a little bit. May 12th of last year, Josie Henry drafted false testimony with Alex McCracken, the town select board chairman now, and he wasn't even a chair for the time that they were discussing about what they were discussing. Okay, let me back that up. So Josie Henry conspired with Alex McCracken to draft false testimony that they had select board member Jim Hokenberg present to the House, the Vermont House Committee, to broaden laws on disorderly conduct. The objective to broaden laws on disorderly conduct was to get voices like mine removed from town meetings because we have dissenting opinions. Okay, Michael Morgan was sat on the House Committee and was one of the people that Josie petitioned this false testimony to. I presented a letter submitted under the penalties of perjury to Michael Morgan and the House members asking for a fact-finding session so I could prove Josie and Jim Hokenberg presented false testimony. But they didn't want to hear a word I had to say. A year later, Michael Morgan announces Josie Henry as his running mate for the House. Very suspicious if you ask me. I'm curious about this relationship and how it got to be where it is. So I come tonight to ask questions about how they feel about free speech, because when I found out Michael Morgan announced Josie as his running mate, I went on his platform, his public page on Facebook, and made a comment about all this, and he deleted my comments, and then he blocked me from his page. I then made the comments from a secondary account, and he deleted them and blocked me there too. What else was there? So here's a fun fact as well, and you can look this up. Per canon laws 4.1, someone running for elective positions such as a House seat cannot run for that position without previously resigning from their current assistant judge position. That's Josie Henry. From what I can tell, she's still acting as an assistant judge, even though it's in violation of canon law. And additionally to that, Josie Henry has played her role in obstructing my records requests at the county level. So we're going to go in here and see if we can ask some questions and get some answers. Are you Michael Morgan, sir?
Yeah.
Can I speak to you for a second? Ask you a couple questions? Yeah.
And you are?
I'm a journalist covering a story.
You're what?
A journalist covering a story.
What's your name?
Eric?
Eric, from what outlet?
Oh, I don't have an outlet. I have my own little channel.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You're
no,
Milton?
I know who you are.
I just wanted to ask you a couple questions about your running mate, Josie Henry.
I think-
Michael, did you not want to talk to me? Hey, Michael, how do you feel about free speech?
We got questions at 7, so you can come back at 7.
Hey, Michael, can you tell me why you silenced me on Facebook and why you have Josie running as your as your running mate?
Sir.
Excuse me.
It's a private event being rented.
No, it's not. It's open for the public.
Yeah, but it's a
I
rented
can answer
space.
But
questions.
the purpose
I asked him
is...
if I could answer a question. He asked who I was.
But we're not doing questions right now. We're doing questions at 7.
Well,
And if you're more
it
than
says
welcome
for
to come-
6. It says to come at 6.
Yeah, well, 6 is when we're doing the signing.
So do you guys hate
Sir,
free speech
sir,
as well?
Sir, if you're
No,
a
you know it's
journalist,
not that.
you would respect that it's a mix and mingle for right now. The,
Yeah,
the panel
that's fine
is
with
going
me.
to start at 7.
Okay,
then you can
that's
write
why I'm
down-
This
here.
is
piece
not
of
mix
paper
and
and then you
mingle. Come on, let's face it. This is not mix and mingle what you're doing right here. Yeah. That's crazy.
Excuse me.
But
I was
you're
trying
more
to.
than
I was
welcome to
trying to
write a
talk to
question
Michael
down and come back
about.
you could talk
That was
to him
it.
anytime, but
I
not
just
now.
attempted to.
We're busy
How am
doing
I
other
supposed to
things.
talk to him anytime? He's here for a meet and greet.
Okay, you guys ready?
We're ready. We're ready.
So I just want to ask you a couple questions about you.
I was just
running.
having a
Thank you.
conversation with
We're having a
them.
conversation.
Okay, I can wait.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I want to interview you.
You can just don't. You can't. It's unlawful to block someone's access. You can't. You can't. You can't impede someone's access to anything.
Well, let's go on outside and talk, Eric. Let's go on out there and talk. They're having a private conversation.
It's
You
in
want to go out and
public.
talk? Let's go out and talk.
Who are you?
I don't need to tell you who I am. I'm a private citizen. I don't know your last name. I only know your first name.
Can you please stop impeding my travel?
No.
I'm trying to sit down.
If you're going to sit in a chair, fine.
I don't believe you can tell me what to do, but I'm not causing a
This is
distraction.
this is the event
I'm not
that I
causing a
organized.
disturbance. I'm being
You kind
quiet.
of
I'm
are.
being
You
peaceful.
are causing a
No, you're the one
disturbance.
causing a disturbance for making
No.
a scene.
No,
Yes,
you
you
are,
are.
sir. You are. You're
Excuse
really
me.
being purposely obnoxious.
No,
if you
I'm
have
not.
questions that you want to
asked-
ask of the
I
panel,
asked if he was
do
Michael
you see
Morgan.
here?
He said yes. I asked him if he could answer questions.
Do
he
you
walked
see
away.
right here? Question and answer will happen later in the program. It is not right now.
Okay. It's a meet and greet, yeah?
It's a meet and greet.
So what's your name? Are you running for any offices?
I am not.
Okay then. Why are you,
I'm
why
a
are you
per-
blocking-
I'm-
Running for office?
why are you
Yeah.
blocking my entrance into this building?
Because they're having a private conversation and you're trying
So
to
that
intrude.
doesn't mean I'm going to go invade their conversation.
That's where you were
I
headed.
told you I was going to go sit down.
Well, go sit.
You give me permission to go sit?
Yeah, sit over there.
You're not going to tell me where to sit.
Oh, why is it?
Excuse me. Excuse me.
You look familiar. What's your name?
What's your name? You said you're running for office?
I'm Sean.
His name is Eric.
You run for office?
Yeah.
What are you running for?
Probably a governor someday.
Okay, what are you run for now?
I'm not running for anything right
Oh,
now.
I thought that's what you just said.
No, I said I'm going to run for something.
Oh, do you want to discuss what your policies would possibly be?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
You tell me what you want to hear. Ask me any question.
Don't you want to know who he is?
Tell me what
You're not
questions
even-
would you ask
listen,
a candidate?
You're not even making sense now.
What questions would you ask a candidate?
Excuse me.
You want to ask candidates questions?
Yes, I do.
Well, ask me.
Sir,
Will
you want to dance?
Listen, don't touch me.
I didn't
If
try
you
to
physically
touch you. You
assault
ran
me
into
again,
You ran into me.
Don't physically
You
assault
ran
me.
into me.
What?
Are you crazy?
No.
It's open to anybody who wants to
I'm
come,
not.
but they have to. He wants to interrupt it.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I didn't
If you
make
have
any
questions
attempts to
ask,
interrupt
You
anything.
can ask the
There's a
questions
question
here.
and answer period later on.
Are you from Milton?
He says he's a journalist, but I don't see any credentials.
Journalists don't require credentials.
Usually,
Does
Usually
does
they
Michael
declare who
Morgan
they
and
are.
Josie Henry know who I am?
I have
Clearly
no
they
idea.
do.
I have no idea. I don't know
Clearly
who you
they
are.
Are you
do.
from Milton or are you from the
I won't
island?
let him take too much time off.
Can you please excuse me?
But how come you're not willing to answer our questions when you want people to
How
answer
come
yours?
you're not allowing me free access into here as a journalist to cover your guys' event?
But you're not telling us you're saying you're a
A
journalist,
journalist
but you
would
have no
not
proof.
do that. A real journalist would be cordial.
I was cordial. What are you talking about? You're the one that's
What
impeding
channel
my
do you-
You were
path.
chasing
You're the one
somebody
obstructing
down.
my way.
You
You're
were
the one that
chasing
blocked my
somebody
access. You're the
down.
one that just
You were
physically
chasing
assaulted me with
somebody
blocking me
down
with your
your
body.
phone and your voice.
No, I wasn't.
And you were demanding
I was recording
questions
everything.
Can you give me
lady.
something that you posted that's your journalist stuff?
Yeah, I'd like to
A
know.
channel?
What's your outlet?
Your affiliation.
Just out of curiosity. Are you?
Will you guys look at my content and actually review it?
I will.
Sure.
Is it all Vermont?
It's on YouTube, yeah.
No.
A lot of it pertains to Josie Henry herself, actually.
So you're from the islands.
Yeah.
Cool. Whereabouts do you live in the islands?
So I lived on the islands. This is what brings me here if you guys really want to know.
No, I do honestly.
I'll tell you guys the story. I was on the islands. I became a critic of the sheriff's department. I went before Josie Henry.
Which one is which sheriff?
Will you please not interrupt me?
No, I'm just asking what sheriff.
On the island, there's only one sheriff.
Well, yeah, but who are they? Because didn't one die or something like that? I'm just
We're in
curious.
Scenic County. Okay, let him go.
I tried to tell you, and you don't want to listen
just
to
asking
me.
which
You know
sheriff.
there's only
Asking
been
you
one sheriff for
questions.
14
No,
years.
I know some of them. I used to work with some.
So you want to hear the story?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was upset with the sheriff. I went to the Alberg town meeting,
Okay.
upset about the sheriff, and voiced it to Josie Henry, right? I went back a few more times and voiced it a few more times. Fast forward a few years, she became assistant judge, obstructed my access to public county records pertaining to the sheriff's oath of office
What was
and
the
bonds.
whole thing about?
Okay, last year, May 12th, Josie went before Michael Morgan with fabricated testimony that she drafted up with Alex McCracken to broaden disorderly conduct laws to get dissenting voices removed from town meetings. Michael Morgan refused to talk to me when I was willing to present evidence and testimony proving Josie presented false testimony to him to broaden laws and disorderly conduct. Josie then went before the town select board to have them create policies to silence me on Facebook in violation of my First Amendment right, Fourth Circuit, Randall v. Davison.
So who's the select board, if you don't mind?
Michael Morgan was a sitting member of the select board and approved the laws.
Actually, Michael Morgan's not a sitting board member.
He was
in
a
the islands.
he was a sitting
can't
he
be.
was a sitting.
He's a select board
Listen,
here
I'm
in
not.
Milton area.
He's a select.
I'm not.
Yeah.
It's Chicken County.
The House
Totally different
Committee
county.
last year they broadened laws and disorderly conduct. May 12th.
That's
Look
not
it
a
up.
select board
That's not a
operation.
select board operation.
No, it's not.
Josie Henry went before him as a select board member, and they broadened laws on disorderly conduct to remove people from town meetings.
Now let me ask you this:
Michael Morgan played a role in broadening the laws, and when I brought it to his attention, he
Was he the only
silenced
person
me.
who did it?
No, there was
How
many.
many person
There was
did it?
many, and the federal judge ruled that even though they presented false testimony to broaden the laws, it didn't effectively stifle my free speech.
The judge
So what then
declared
went
the
on?
testimony was false.
Yes, I'm not making this up. It's
Where's
all
the
can be
document for
found.
that? Where can
It's
you find it?
look it up.
Well, I don't
Grand
know the
Isle,
cases.
Grand Isle v. Gravel v. Grand Isle County. Look it up.
Can you send it to me?
Yeah,
I'm
give me your
honest.
information.
Yeah. So Sean SEAN _
You know what? You can find it all on the YouTube channel. Question
He's asking
Authority.
you.
Well,
You
can you
can
send me
find it
that
on-
link?
If
I'm
you're
not
a
good at
journalist,
Question
you're really a
Authority.
journalist,
Question
you wanna
Authority.
send it.
I just told you what the link was. Question Authority on YouTube.
Question Authority. That's the name of it.
I've done numerous videos on Josie
I've
Henry.
never heard of it. That's why I'm just curious.
It's a small channel.
So let me understand this. So she complained about something and went to the state house to get a
She
law.
fabricated testimony to the state
Okay, I don't care about
house.
the fabric. I'm just trying to figure out how the whole process goes.
So I'm trying
So
to
it
figure
goes
out.
to the state house to do something, and then members of the house committees or whatever it is determine.
Broaden the laws based on her testimony.
Okay. So,
Okay?
but
And then a
who-
year
can I ask you
later,
a
somehow
question,
she's
though?
his running mate, and I believe she was
There
registered as
hasn't
a
been a single
Democrat.
law that's been voted through and accepted that hasn't
You,
been
dude,
Democrat support.
you don't know what you're talking about.
I do know. The
You don't know what
majority
you're
is
talking about.
the Democrats up there.
You don't know what you're
So
talking
even if
about.
a Republican votes for something, it can't get done
You
unless the
don't know what you're
Democrats.
talking about.
So they have to.
It doesn't, listen, Democrat, Republican, it doesn't matter. Josie, before this, she was registered as a Democrat.
Okay.
Josie is still assistant judge in violation of canon law.
Actually, she isn't. She
4.1.
resigned.
Oh, good. Then she finally resigned. Good.
Yeah.
Because the last I checked, she still was.
She couldn't be running for this office if she wanted.
I know that. So my question
know
for
that
real
too,
was to why
Eric.
Michael
What's the
Morgan
problem?
chooses to have Josie Henry as his running mate when there's an active civil suit against her for violating people's First Amendment rights.
doesn't
I
mean
guess-
she's guilty.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're innocent.
I can
until
tell you
proven
she
guilty,
lost
right?
qualified and legislative immunity because of her actions
Where does that say that on your page?
in the court docket.
Which is on
There
your
was a,
page, right?
no, it's in the court docket. Check Pacers, 39-page decision the judge wrote. He ruled numerous defendants from the suit, and now Josie, being sued in her individual capacity, being represented by attorney Joseph Farnham, has weaponized her attorney without any kind of contract whatsoever or retainment to respond to simple records requests at the county level. Another big violation of First
But
Amendment
doesn't that
rights.
all have to go through and get proved in court before you can
Listen,
consider somebody guilty?
it's
of it?
going there. Why I'm here now is because I want to ask questions and make my voice heard.
But
They
the
want to
question-
silence me
The
on
time for
Facebook.
questions at this
Okay.
event is not
But the
now.
thing is, what
Is
you don't
not
understand,
now.
Wendy, is I was prepared not to say anything till the very end, and then you came along and obstructed my path. And then you assaulted me with your body.
I didn't
Nobody
assault
touched
you.
you.
Yeah, you did. You
You
walked
ran
right
into me,
into me.
buddy.
You
No,
walked
you
right
ran
into
into
me
me.
to stop me
No,
from
you
getting past
walked
you.
into me. You walked into me. I've got it on video.
Good.
You can have a channel. I got a channel. We all got channels.
You guys can't even hear a word I said. That's how incompetent
I
you
listen.
are. Just
I
stop.
understand,
Just stop.
it's just- what I don't get is I don't go into other people's events and start trouble.
I'm not starting trouble. I came as a journalist. I was going to ask
But you're not a
journalistic
journalist.
questions
You're not a journalist.
until you guys
You're doing
impeded
your
on
own
my
journalism.
access. I was waiting until the end, and I was going to ask my questions. I was
But
going to
your
fill out your
questions
little
have to be
boxes.
done right there.
But I'm glad you guys did it this way, because then I just got to do it all and create content to put on my social media
It's
page.
great for us too.
Send me a copy of it then.
I will. You'll be, well, you'll get it because it'll be all over the paper big ones up here.
Good.
Yeah, they're so they're gonna be 3, 4 more.
My son's hoping tonight to put a bid down and he gave us a list of prices and he's hoping
The town of Addison.
get that. We'll find out tonight.
These Republicans, they don't like free speech either. They're. See, but people don't understand. Josie's a loyalist. She's a snake. She's a chameleon. So what these guys don't know too is that lady assaulted me with her body. See, they don't care what she did. They're not going to listen to me because they trust her for some reason. I give them the link to the pages. I could show them all the evidence. They're still not going to believe it because.
You want your voice to be heard? Do you want to write a question down for us? I'm being honest. Do you want to write a question down? Put it in there.
I did until you guys accosted me when I rolled in
Nobody
here.
accosted you. We just
That
didn't know
lady
what you-
ran into me physically,
I mean,
physically
nobody-
obstructed my
nobody
path.
touched you. You know what?
She
We got
physically
videos
obstructed
too.
my
I'm
path.
just asking you. Do you want to write a question down that can be answered? I'm being
The
honest.
chances of them answering my question now are slim to
Well,
none.
I mean, you're going to see that no matter what. Write it down.
It would be
We'll see what
honestly
it
at
can
this point, it'd be a complete waste of my time for me to stay here much
But it's not a
longer.
waste of your time. Your voice should be heard.
Listen,
I'm being
what was your name,
serious.
Sean?
My name is
You
Sean.
haven't been genuine since the moment I started talking
What
to
have I
you.
not been genuine about?
So I appreciate your hospitality as far as that goes, but you've been very disingenuous this whole time, and you haven't
Give me
listened
an
to a
example.
word I said.
I am trying to. I'm
No,
being
you
slow when
didn't
it comes to
try.
it.
See, now you're being disingenuous again.
How am I being
Is that Leland Morgan right there?
No.
That's not Leland?
No,
Oh.
Leland's. Leland's.
So Leland is Michael's uncle. He's in the house as well. I think she's gonna be replacing him. Yeah.
understand you're gonna have some questions for the candidates.
Well, actually, I don't think so at this point. I don't think so at this point. I'm kind of shocked at how I was treated by the Conservative Party.
We will not take questions from the floor.
No, I understand that. Listen, if you're the moderator, I came in here peacefully. These guys have caused me, stopped me from coming in,
nobody
wanted to
caused
bother me.
We
This
did
lady
too much of harassing
impacted my. This lady stopped me from walking down.
Nice meeting you. I'm Brenda Steady.
Hi, how are you?
You're very welcome.
Are you? Yeah, I'm not here to cause trouble. Honestly, now I really don't have any questions. I came just to record or whatever. When I saw Michael, I started asking questions out there. I was coming peacefully, sit down and record the whole time. What was he going out there? He was going out there to. So you're saying because he's a representative, I can only ask questions at certain times here? Come on,
Well,
guys.
here, this is the way
Come
we're doing
on,
it.
man. Listen,
Let me
I'm
ask
done.
you this.
I'm done.
It's
I'm
fine.
done. I'm
Okay,
leaving.
Let
I'm
me ask
done.
you this. If you were to go out to, I don't know, say a question, like when they do it on the big forums like TV, like for president, they get asked questions and you can't just stand up and ask questions.
I will.
But
Listen,
that's what
man.
this is a regular thing. This isn't like
I
going to a
I understand that, man. Have I been loud or obstructed in any way? Have I raised my voice? Have I swear? No.
All
Like,
they're asking you is to write down a question if you want an answer.
I'm telling you now, after all that, it's not necessary.
Then why is it necessary to continue to shove a phone in people's faces? And
I am not shoving the phone in anybody's face. You're 3 feet away from she's 5 feet away, you're 4 feet away.
I mean, I know you know what you're doing, but that's fine. I'm just asking if you want to do a question, because I really want you to do a question.
Not anymore.
If you had one, what was it going to be? If you don't mind me asking.
Actually, it was a very loaded question. That would invoke. It would, yeah. I would have tried to invoke some definitive responses, but at this point, I think I pretty much said what I was going to say with it. I just was going to ask them how they feel about free speech and the importance of the Constitution and being in a position of power. Would they ever abuse that position and try to trample someone's First Amendment rights? Like Josie Henry here, for example, has used her position of power to lobby Michael Morgan while she was sitting as town administrator. A position she held, by the way, also in violation of canon law, but she was relying on a flimsy memo then, but it didn't cover all the grounds. But so I would have definitely asked if how they would have felt about free speech and stifling someone's free speech on public forums for having a dissenting opinion, or creating laws to stop people from having a dissenting opinion, or creating policies at the town level to silence people on social media. That's what I would like to have asked of Josie Henry and
That
Michael
brings up a
Morgan.
good point. Have you ever dealt with Front Porch Forum at all? Do you know what Front Porch Forum is? Because I've dealt with that and I've been silenced. I can't even get any of my businesses on there. I can't get nothing on there. They won't let me post nothing on there.
Yeah, I can't post nothing on the Milton Conservative site anymore because
Which one on Milton?
the Milton Conservative Party Facebook page, because they silenced me too because they didn't like that I was exposing Josie for violating free speech. I don't know either, but I know they silenced me on it. I know I'm blocked on the Conservative Party page for Milton. That just only happened recently because I shared many of your posts, or many of the posts from it pertaining to this meeting.
How long have you lived in the islands?
So Michael Morgan here, I posted on his official Facebook page that's open to the public when he announced his candidacy for Josie Henry as his running mate. I posted on his page that she violated my rights and explained everything. He deleted my comments as fast as I could post them, and then he blocked me on Facebook. Yeah. So he's not a proponent of free speech either. He doesn't like the First Amendment. That's Michael Morgan. That's true. That's who's Josie. So apparently, from what I understand, Josie's stepped down from the assistant judge. Good. Maybe this goes in my last video. Hey, excuse me. What was your platform? You want to talk about your platform? You're going to be on YouTube.
To get that small town 100.
I agree.
Yeah.
What I really liked about it. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I was going to say what I really liked about it is we got to choose our high school. No. Oh.
But I'm married and I'm like,
Oh.
but I don't really know anybody. But I'm East Milton, West Virginia. My big thing is that with the changes and those are that the small town I
The one who was like asked some pointed
Do you believe in Common Core education and No Child Left Behind?
Yes. I was on the school board when we did that. It's important to have no child left behind in the world.
Well, my child wasn't left behind, and I feel like he should have been. Well, I wasn't there to raise him, so it was my fault.
But no child left behind. This is my opinion now, because I was on the school board when that started. If you're the one that takes the incentive, you're the one that goes to the school and says, hey, I can document all of this, and my child should qualify to go to a different school and there's no child left. Oh, don't worry, I'm a big advocate. I'm a nut. You just have to.
Well, I'm meeting you now. You seem like a genuinely nice person. I didn't come here to cause problems. I came here to have my voice heard and to ask questions. And I was going to wait like everybody else to the end.
I'm sorry, Brenda, do you have a minute? Because I gotta.
That's what, so that's right there. Thank you, nice meeting you, Brenda. So that's what allegedly, isn't that what we see all the videos of Democrats doing, where they come and get someone who's talking for someone too long? See, how come other people can talk to Michael Morgan, but I can't? She can talk to him, other people can talk to him, but I can't talk to him. I have to wait to the very end to ask this man questions. Tell me that's free speech. Tell me that's accountability, transparency. When I came here to ask questions, he's been talking to people this whole time. It's a mix and mingle. That's what it's here for, a mix and mingle. So there's Josie Henry. She had to come and get away from the heat of it all. It's hard when people are in the room talking about you, and you know they're talking about you, and they're calling you out for your public servant deficiencies and corruption. That is a corrupt, vile woman right there. She has no business in public service. She has no business in our government. She has no business in our court systems. She hates free speech. She will trample on anybody's right to she's a loyalist to the cause.
You got 4 kids who live over.
Oh yeah, what are your things?
I mean, the spend, just across the board, it's out of control. I haven't honestly let go that much, but like, I mean, okay.
Oh, look at this. Brenda Steady. That's who we were just talking to, the lady that they took away from me because we were having too much of an in-depth conversation.
All year round for your kids in school. And I'm like, why? And how much that just goes to the
This is the lady obstructed me, used her body to block my entrance.
You pushed yourself on me. Don't lie.
Okay, sure thing. Sure thing, Wendy. Sure thing, Wendy. Even though I was recording it, whatever.
For sure. Yeah, too much spending, too much regulation.
At least it's cooler in here. Yeah.
I saw your sign out there.
Isn't it me?
It's a nice sign.
A big one?
I'm like, isn't that me? I'm
It's a
like
good
a little
sign.
kid. I haven't even paid for it.
Oh, dang. Use donor money. Hi, Wendy. honestly, I don't think Ray's probably a bad guy, but I think he really erred when he hired his two sons and turned them into deputies, and then gave them $90,000 a year salaries and allowed them to act with carte blanche where they were violating citizen rights. I don't know, you tell me, but this is the problem. This is the problem. Josie Henry is the assistant judge, and she oversees the county clerk's office as assistant judge. Susan Bohan, the county clerk, has failed to properly register the sheriff's oaths and bonds for the last 14 years. I've been trying to get access to those. I've been trying to get access to these oaths and bonds for the last 2 years, and Josie's impeded my access to the clerk's office. Because Ray has officially not filed his oaths and bonds correctly. They're his oaths and his bonds. An oath of office is to uphold the Constitution as us as trustees, or beneficiaries and as trustees.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Jeff, you'll have to speak up a little bit.
My name is Jeff. I'm honored to serve as your moderator for this event. Before we begin, I'd like to just outline the structure of what's going on tonight. We're going to start with each candidate doing a brief introduction of themselves, followed by a discussion where we'll address some questions that seem to be of concern to most Vermonters. After this segment, we'll open the floor to questions submitted by you. For questions, please yourself give us.
Okay, sure. Yeah, Michael Morgan. I am currently a representative from Grand Isle Chittenden District. Our district encompasses the 5 Grand Isle County towns and the western corner of Milton, which is essentially north, that section of Milton north of the Lamoille River and west of I-89. I'm finishing up my 6 years, so my 3rd term, my 3rd biennium in the legislature, and currently serve on the Government Operations Military Affairs Committee. My background briefly is spent 38 years in the military, retired from that in 2017, and then started doing this work in the year 2021 after being elected in the fall of 2020.
Great. Good evening. Thanks so much for coming out to meet us and be part of this forum. My name is Josie Henry, and I'm running alongside Michael Morgan to represent the Grand Isle County and West Milton District in the House of Representatives. The reason I'm running for office is to bring a strong rural voice and years of experience and also balance to Montpelier that I think we can all agree is much needed. My experience comes from years in the Navy. Spent just under 20 years as a naval intelligence officer, and I also did a lot of legislative affairs, like the second half of my career that became more of my specialty. I did a fellowship on Capitol Hill for Senator Bill Nelson of Florida, and I also did some time as a National Security Council Director of Leg Affairs. So I feel like I have a strong grasp on national level legislative operations. I retired in 2019, and my husband's hometown of Albert, Vermont, which is where I am now. And I immediately got involved in local government. I started on the Planning Commission and then ended up on the Select Board, and I chaired the board for over 2 years before moving on to become the Assistant Judge for Grand Isle County. I resigned that position to run for office on the 30th, and I'm just really happy to be here to hear what your concerns are. I think we've heard the same ones year after year. People are getting frustrated, and I really believe experience matters, which is kind of the theme between Michael and I. And I look forward to your questions and earning your support, hopefully. Thank you. For me, I think it'll be being in the minority in Washington, D.C. It's well known that when you're in the minority, you have very little power to make things happen. I don't think that's the case here necessarily, but moving the needle on these issues I know will be challenging. But I'm also confident that I'll be able to, if elected, figure out a way to make that happen.
Similar with that, and I spoke to it earlier, the balance thing, and that's what Josie's speaking to. Several have really indirectly spoken to it, and I did a minute ago. but a big difference in the building in the last 2 years, even inside of committees, there was a different, even, I know Kay said it, sometimes you felt outnumbered, and you do, where we sit at the moment, but there was more conversation at the committee level, more conversation on the floor level for bills being debated, more communication, balanced communication in the hallways than I've seen in the first 2 bienniums I was there. So that was refreshing. And again, I'm a fan of a very good, that I keep using the word balance, but that balance is critical because you all win, we all win with balance. Because if you bring
You're not gonna get that
diversity of
balance
thought
with
into
Josie
anything,
Henry.
generally speaking, you will have a better product. And I think we need to continue in that mode. We need to continue to grow our ranks so that we have that little better balance. But some would probably disagree with us on that. That's okay.
My biggest client say, hey, I'm a little short, I need a new car, so I'm gonna charge you an extra 10%. How many times am I gonna do that before that customer says, we're going elsewhere? I took a trip to visit some relatives in North Carolina. I happened to meet a gentleman who owns business in Colchester, a significant business who has employees, and he told me, right to my face as we were getting on the plane, that if we pass that wealth tax, he's leaving the state. You have to realize, we think, all these people have all that money, they'll pay for it. Do you want to take that risk? Michael Morgan just said 20% of our tax burden, of the tax burden is on the rich. 3% of the population. That means if one of those people leaves,
I guess we'll have to skip over Josie for a moment. We'll catch her-
Jody's
we'll catch her
proudest
next
moment
year.
is trampling free speech
So-
on the Constitution.
So the case, I think, hit the nail on the head. There could be all kinds of things that you could try to point to individual bills, you could try to point to individual things that are happening there in and outside of the floor of the House. But our committee, Government Operations and Military Affairs, is very diverse in what we do, so a lot of good legislation I felt came out of our committee this year, again, due to that balance. And then what I think, like our case hit the nail on the head, that the best thing you could say is your vote counting and making a real difference this year. I think that's a hard scale of it, I really do.
I just want to close by thanking the Milton GOP and also the Grand Isle Party for putting this together, and for all of you coming and taking such an interest in your community and the issues facing all of us. I feel like I can probably speak for both of us saying that our service isn't, we don't serve for political reasons, that it's something that feels like a responsibility, and a responsibility to step forward and help where we see issues that we think we can solve. And I'm excited to engage more with all of you as I go through the campaign and hear what your concerns are, and hopefully earn your support. Thank you.
I hate the Constitution and you're a grifter.
Well, as a person that was a Democrat for 40 years.
Josie's
and then
still
all
a
of sudden,
Democrat. She only
Milton
changed her
changed.
registration recently.
And I no longer wanted to be associated with the Democrat Party because I'm not like that.
Neither did Josie.
Then I
That's why she
became an
changed her
independent.
registration
I wanna thank all
recently.
the Republicans. I've been a Republican for about 2.5 years, and I want to thank you for welcoming me into the committee or the party, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
I want to rejoin.
The one that, you're talking about the one that Scott, taking from Scott back. Oh, that, he has a, yes, social media. Yeah, what I would do is
Now
go,
I won't get into trouble.
if you wanna do it, just go.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Bye, Stephanie.
I think it's-
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't say what journalism he works for.
No, that's his channel. Beautiful Scenic.
Same guy.
I don't know. I don't know the guy. I just know that the mayor.
I saw one of his videos one day.
I just know the mayor has weaponized Howard Center against a critic of hers, and that Todd was Todd was asking questions about it, and he got no trespass. I was there today getting responses from public records, and they trespassed me for no reason. So
That was he questioned a woman and a guy, right? A big guy with a beard walking
yeah,
down
that's
Church Street.
Howard Center.
Yeah.
The woman refused to identify herself. The Howard Center's been weaponized by the mayor to do a psychological evaluation on a critic of hers so that she could have him civilly committed against his will.
I heard about that.
So she could have him civilly committed against his will. And he's investigating it, and Chocolate Thunder Security, who I've been doing some research on investigating, has some skeletons in their closet. And they trespassed him unlawfully from the building when he was there doing journalistic stuff. I went there today to pick up my public records request. I was conducting my business, and one of the security guards didn't like that I was recording, and the police actually came and removed me from the building in violation of law. So now I have to deal with that as well. So this is I'm suing Chocolate Thunder Security.
That's the name of their company?
Yeah, I told them I'm starting my own.
What the hell is the name of a Chocolate Thunder Security?
It's a DEI situation. There's a lot of undercover stuff going on. I got an email of the contracts today, so I'm going to go over the contracts. But
so somebody's paying. How the hell can the mayor get the money?
So I want to
Center's
start.
Funded by Burlington, probably.
Yeah, in taxpayer money, they polluted the streets of Burlington with 1 million needles.
I wonder if they're getting any of that money to open up that safe injection site.
This was. I don't know about all that, but all I know is that the mayor's office is not a proponent of free speech. Josie Henry's not a proponent of free speech. Michael Morgan's not a proponent of free speech, and I don't like that. Especially if they're going to be passing laws to silence critics. That's what Josie did with him. I forget what it was. It was like S59 or something. May 12th of last year, you can ask him. Let's ask him. Hey, what was the name of the bill that brought in disorderly conduct laws? This guy'd like to know, what was the name of the bill that Josie presented testimony to that brought in disorderly conduct laws that you went forward with?
I don't know.
You don't know? May 12th of last year, when Josie went before you, when you were at the House Committee and presented false testimony that she had written with Jim McCracken. With Alex McCracken that Jim Hokenberg presented.
You didn't ask your question.
Don't touch me. You just touched me again. That's assault. Do not touch me again. Do not touch me again.
I'm not trying to touch you.
You touched me again.
You're interfering with my ability to clean everything.
I am asking questions of these candidates.
No, you did not
I'm the
ask
only
me.
one that you're stopping. I was having a discussion with this man about the bill that they passed last year.
Questions the way we ask in this format.
Are you serious, lady? You're worse than a Democrat. Because they've silenced critics that have dissenting opinions as well, just like they did.
I don't care.
You need to stop impeding my access to these people. So, Michael, when I presented that statement to you requesting a fact-finding session that you ignored, where I was going to bring evidence showing that Josie Henry lied, why did you not want to sit down and chat with me where I could present evidence? Did it not fit the narrative, Michael Morgan? Michael Morgan, is Josie replacing your uncle in the House because she's a loyalist? Michael, do you hate free speech in the First Amendment? Because I know Josie does. You know Josie's being sued right now, right? For silencing me on Facebook?
Is that your right card?
Yeah. You can get one of these.
If you don't work, how do you get someone to nice card?
I sell drugs.
Really? So you openly admit that you're an alcoholic and you sell drugs?
What's that? You've already looked, dude. You claim to look me up. You say I don't work. How do you know I don't work?
You don't work.
Yeah, how do you say I afford a nice
car?
car? Yeah?
If that was your car.
Yes, it is. I've owned it for 6 years.
It's a nice car.
I can't afford another car.
How many miles you got on that thing? It's like
125,000. I'm suing the dealership for warranty fraud right now over that car.
Why? I mean, why would they be warranted? Why would you sue Kia for that?
Because I bought it when they had the Alfa Romeo dealership. I bought it when they had the Alfa Romeo dealership. I bought the extended service contract. 4 years later, the turbo went. They weren't able to diagnose it, and they held on to. No, they held on to my car for 2 years. Waiting on a fuel pump and fuel module, needed a turbo.
Who's the next dealer for Alpha?
Boston. I actually went to the dealership in Albany, New York, and the owner took off, absconded earlier that week for stealing, let's say you had a Lambo. He would take your Lambo and sell it to me. I'd get the Lambo, he'd get the money, you'd end up with your title, no Lambo and no money. And the dude took off. He was being investigated by the feds when I showed up. So I had to
Extended warranty now?
nothing. It's out of warranty now. I fixed it myself, and now I'm suing them.
That's kind of shitty.
Yeah, it really is.
To be honest with you. Sometimes I buy extended warranties when I buy my vehicles, but sometimes
It's not an extended warranty. It's actually a service contract. There's a difference.
Oh, so when you
They lie to you. But anyway, it was nice talking to you, man. I gotta go.
All right. Nice to meet you. Really is. Have a good day.
So as you can see, they don't like free speech either. Not going to answer questions. These people that are claiming to be Republicans that are for free speech in the Constitution, they don't like dissenting voices or opinions, especially even if you bring facts. They don't care. You see, Michael Morgan said he didn't know what I was talking about, but Josie Henry went right to May 12th last year. It was on YouTube. Brought in laws on disorderly conduct to have dissenting voices like mine removed from town meetings. Right? The judge ruled in his decision, right, from oral arguments December 12th of last year, that even if Josie and Jim presented false testimony to the House and they passed laws for broad disorderly conduct, that it doesn't matter because I didn't prove that passing the laws stifled my free speech. I guess it doesn't matter that they lied to get the laws passed. I guess it doesn't matter that they conspired and drafted up false testimony. And the best part about that is Alex McCracken, the Transformer Decepticon, he wasn't even a part of the Allberg Select Board at the time of all this happened. So Josie was dictating him exactly what to write, and then Jim Hokenberg presented it to the House Committee as his own. So, guess it was a pretty eventful situation here. That's Josie's car right there. These people don't like free speech. These people don't like accountability. They Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. I'll probably never get a chance to speak to Michael Morgan again because we all know you can't get close to your representative.